Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the College and Career Corner. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope that you all have had an amazing winter break and we are ready to jump into things. As you know, the College and Career Corner is our weekly web series podcast. You can find us on YouTube under the College and Career Corner, where we present our students in collaboration with Bridge to Life and Osceola County Schools. We present you guys with all the information you might need for after graduation. We like to talk about our 4 E's, which are enroll, employ, enlist, and explore. And basically, those are the 4 paths that you can take after you graduate. And we just want to make sure that you have all the information available to help you make your decision and to help you move forward. So tonight, we're covering a lot. Our E, you can say, is more on the enroll side. We have Beth Martin, Associate Director of State and District Partnerships with CollegeBoard. Okay, CollegeBoard works with us all the time, and Beth is going to give us great information on all the things that CollegeBoard has, including the SAT, the BigFuture scholarships, and we hope that parents are with you guys tonight because all of this information is going to be very, very helpful. So I'm going to stop sharing, and it's all for you, Beth. They are all yours. And let me just add, if you guys do have any questions, please place them in the chat and we will get to them at the end. Go ahead, Beth.
I just started talking. I was like, good evening. And then I realized that I was still still muted. I have my camera on right now, but I am going to turn it off. Technology has not been my friend the past few days. Just to give everyone a heads up, I get low network quality the minute I go live. So I'm going to quickly turn my camera off in a few minutes, but just wanted everyone to have a face with a name. But my name is Beth Martin. I am an associate director with CollegeBoard. I've been with the CollegeBoard for a little over 6 years now. I am also a proud parent of 2 boys who graduated through Broward County Schools. I had a son graduate in June of 2019 and another one in June of 2021 from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. So I just yesterday received a first last day of school selfie from my older son who will now be graduating once again from college. So I'm in that stage. I am a parent. Like I said, I understand where you're all coming from. So I hope to make this as relative as an important coming from both a parent of a former student in your seat. So I'm going to take my camera off now and here we go. Now watch the, okay, here we go. So tonight we're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to look at the SAT suite of assessments. We're going to look at student search service. I'm going to give you some information about some of our scholarship partners, advanced placement courses, and then we're going to finish with BigFuture. And I'm really excited to share some of that information with you about scholarship opportunities. So the first thing I want to look at is the SAT suite of assessments. So our research clearly tells us that college and career readiness is just not a point in time. It's in fact a process that requires students to focus on what matters most. So that's why we offer a suite of 3 assessments that are tied together through not only common content, but also through a common skills that measures your growth or your students' growth in readiness. Now, students in Broward County Schools, grades 9 and 10, and then select juniors and seniors took the PSAT and MSQT in October of 2022. Their scores are available in their CollegeBoard accounts. If you want to have them, go look for them. They were available in the beginning of December. And our juniors, so our grade 11 students, will take the SAT exam on Wednesday, March 1st in school. Your student does not need to register them for this. The district will complete that process for you. So if you're looking at how do I register for this March 1st exam, you're not going to register for it because it's an SAT school day exam. So therefore the district will register you for it. Now, the format of the SAT. So for those of you who it might be your first time, but if you've taken the PSAT and MSQT, you know that it's a very similar format. So the SAT consists of 2 sections. You have your evidence-based reading and writing and math. And then the math section has both a calculator and a no calculator portion of the exam. The exam's approximately 3 hours, and it's scored on a 400 to 1600 point score scale. So your evidence-based reading and writing section and the math section are each scored on a 200 to 800 point scale. So you can get a perfect 800 on the reading and a perfect 800 on the math for that total of 1600 or a combination thereof. The SAT suite of assessments gives you points and credit for every correct response, but does not deduct points for incorrect responses. So for incorrect answers, you're not going to lose points. You're only going to get points for the correct responses. Just a little look for you at when the SAT has been offered both on weekends and on the school day. So again, juniors in the class of 2024 will take the SAT exam on Wednesday, March 1st. And if for some reason your child or your student or you are unable to make it to school on March 1st, there will be a makeup administration on Wednesday, April 12th. So don't feel that, oh, if you missed the exam on March 1st, you've lost out, because you will have an opportunity again on April 12th. And in addition to those SAT school day exams, there are still 3 more national Saturday administrations, one on March 11th, May 6th, and June 3rd, where you would register for those through your CollegeBoard account, which we're going to go into in a little bit. A little bit more about what does the SAT offer you. So frequently we hear that students, your family, your friends, everyone focuses on the score. Did you get a 1600? Did you get a 1400? Or where we are with the score on the test. But it's really more the skills that you're developing and building that will lead to college and career success. The SAT is designed to reflect the work that students are already doing in the classroom. So that alignment means that you're working on things and beginning to prepare for the assessments by staying focused on what you're doing in school on a daily basis. Scores are vertically aligned. So when you took the PSAT and MSQT, that alignment is going to show with the SAT. So you're going to just show growth. So how you looked at and how you might have done on the PSAT and MSQT will show how you'll do on the SAT exam. Not only that, but when you get your score report, you're going to also have something that will show you your AP potential. So it will show you what you have potential or what AP courses you have potential to take, and so that you can challenge yourself in a rigorous course. Now I want to talk to you quickly about opting into search. You may have heard it about when you were on your answer sheet, it will ask you if you opted in. If you did not have that opportunity, don't fear, you can always opt in through our website. But opting into student search allows you to let colleges know you're interested in them. So you're interested in being recruited, and students participating and contacted via student search service are 12% more likely than their peers to enroll at a 4-year college. The SAT suite of assessments also provides a link to students to millions of dollars in college scholarships, including the National Merit Scholarship qualification. But beyond that, higher education relies on the SAT to place students into courses, to determine what supports they might need when they go away to that 4-year school, and to aid in keeping them at that school. So ultimately, it helps you become a successful graduate in a post-high school education environment. Your score report. So if you haven't logged in and seen your score report from either the PSAT and MSQT or from a previous SAT that you might have taken, you can view them through your CollegeBoard account. Now I'm going to stress, you only need one CollegeBoard student account. So if you forgot your password or you forgot how to log in, I highly advise using the tools to try to remember your password, because we have had kids that have created 4, 5, 6 accounts, and there is an algorithm that will shut you down. So you need one CollegeBoard account, you're one student. So try to keep in, everything will be in there, whether you're taking AP courses, everything is in that CollegeBoard account. Important to note, your CollegeBoard account should match your legal form of ID that you'll use should you take a Saturday national exam. So for example, I go by Beth Martin. My legal name is Elizabeth Martin. So my CollegeBoard account should be created under Elizabeth Martin, because that is what's on my legal form of ID. Just wanted to give everyone a heads up also that if you are a junior and you're on this call and you participate and you take the exam on March 1st, you're going to expect to see your scores right around March 23rd. So you'll probably get an email telling you that they're ready, but that will be in your CollegeBoard account around March 23rd. And your score reports can show both where you have areas of strengths and areas of weakness so that you can see where you might need to work or where you're really good at, and you can just move on to an area that you need to strengthen a little bit more. Sending score reports. So with every registration, you get 4 free score reports to send to colleges every time you register for the SAT. But scores can also be sent after test day. So if you come out of test day and you feel really confident that you did well on that exam, you can take advantage of the 4 free score sends up to 9 days after your test day. After that 9th day, so day 10, there's going to be a $12 fee per school for sending your scores. Now, if you're eligible for a fee waiver, you don't have to pay for score sends. In order to be fee waiver eligible, students and their families must meet specific income requirements, and you can find those eligibility requirements on our website at sat.org fee waiver. And lastly, I just wanted to share that if you have a Coalition account and you're using Coalition, you can send your SAT test scores at the same time you send in your college application. So you can log into your Coalition account, link it to your CollegeBoard account, and then when you're sending your applications, you can also send your scores at the same time. Just a little screenshot there of how to send your scores. So should you want to send them after you see what your score is, what you would do is log into your CollegeBoard account, go to the My SAT tab, part of your dashboard, scroll down to where you see My Scores and click Send More Scores. And once you click on that Send More Scores tab, it will take you step by step. It will ask you for the college code or the school name that you want to add, and you'll just click through the steps to add those schools. Now, I mentioned earlier that there are 3 more national Saturday administrations for the SAT, one in March, one in May, and one in June. So registering for one of those exams is easy to do. Again, you're going to do it through your CollegeBoard account. Again, remember, one CollegeBoard account. Don't create multiple if you forgot how to get in there. And what you're going to do is just simply sign in, select register for the SAT, and complete your personal information. The system will take you step by step through the process. It's been a long time since I've done it with my boys, but I logged into one of my son's accounts earlier today and I clicked through, and my younger son would probably have a heart attack, but I was almost ready and almost paid to register him for the March 2023 SAT. He'd probably be like, Mom, I'm a sophomore in high school. I don't need college. I don't need to take the SAT again. But I was just wanting to make sure that it is as easy as I'm saying. It's just clicking through the process. So you're going to create your student profile, select your test date and center. Please keep in mind when you're doing that, test centers, when they reach capacity, do close. So if at first you don't see a school listed right on there, you might have to expand that search a little bit, a few more miles, so that you can see an open test center. You need to upload your photo for your admission. The photo is no longer on your admission ticket. It's with the actual test administration, but it does need to be your shoulders up of just your face. And lastly, you'll print your admission ticket once you've paid and you're ready to go through. Student Search Service. So I know I made mention of this earlier and what it is. So Student Search Service is a voluntary and secure process, and students can opt in and opt out at any time through their CollegeBoard account. When you opt into Student Search Service, the information that you can expect to receive from colleges and scholarship programs includes information on financial aid. It can give you some information on scholarships or other ways to make college more affordable. It can send you information on campus life. How big is campus? What's the dorm life like? What can you expect? And the student services that are available on that campus. Some of the things that they might provide is overviews on their majors, their courses, and their different degree options, and also information about their application deadline information. Like I said earlier, there's multiple ways that you can opt into Student Search Service. So you can do it during your SAT online registration. You could have done it during the PSAT NMSQT or on an SAT school day. It is one of the questions that is done through the pre-administration process. You can do it online, or you can go online to BigFuture and go to studentsearch.collegeboard.org. We've established over the past several years partnerships with scholarship organizations that connect you to connect qualified students with financial need to just over $350 million in scholarship awards. And that's a lot of money, and we never want to see that left on the table. So we started working with the National Merit Scholarship Corporation in 1971, offering the National Merit Scholarship to students through the PSAT NMSQT, which is done your junior year. So to be able to be eligible for National Merit, you take the PSAT NMSQT in your junior year, and that's what makes you eligible for that scholarship program. But I wanted to highlight also on this slide, what you're seeing is how we've significantly expanded those partnerships. We now have over 24 scholarship providers that are connected to the SAT suite of assessments. And these partnerships create a portfolio of scholarship opportunities that reach major segments of students. So the scholarships range from programs focused on academic merit to those available to students who meet specific financial, racial, ethnic, geographic, and other eligibility requirements. The awards for our additional partners, not including National Merit, can range from $1,000 to full tuition scholarships. To learn more about these scholarship opportunities, you'll see at the bottom of that slide, you can find out more information about those scholarship partners through psat.org/scholarships. And I believe that there is going to be a PDF of the presentation potentially sent out, but if you want, I'm sure if you're anything like I was as a parent, you're probably trying to screenshot that, but it's all right there. In addition to our scholarship programs, CollegeBoard also provides access to national recognition programs. So on this slide, you'll see a list of the 4 recognition programs. These are not scholarship, but they're a spotlight for deserving students to propel themselves towards college and lead to additional academic scholarships. These programs operate through the Student Search Service that I talked about earlier to support colleges' identification and outreach to high-scoring students. The CollegeBoard National Recognition Programs create pathways to college for students from underrepresented communities by awarding them academic honors and connecting them with universities across the country. So students who take the PSAT NMSQT, and as I mentioned earlier, all 9th, 10th, select 11th, and select 12th graders took the PSAT NMSQT in the fall of 2022. So students who take that PSAT NMSQT and are African American, Hispanic American, or Latinx, Indigenous, or attend school in a rural area or small town, which most of us in Broward County are not a rural or small town, but the other 3 can be applicable. You may be invited to apply for academic recognition as part of the CollegeBoard National Recognition Programs. And again, if you want to see more information, you can go to psat.scholarships. We've made it very simple. Like I said, I gave you a couple options earlier about how to opt in or opt out of search, but here's just a quick view of what you can do. So you just log in, and from this page, you can update your information. You can opt into student search again, or opt out if you've already decided and you don't want to receive any more information, but you can also update your personal information through this web page. Just going to click through here and get all of my little people, all of my friends, I call them. So student search, I keep talking about it, but it is a powerful resource that helps students be seen by higher education institution. So we've seen in our research strong results for students participating in search compared to students of similar characteristics who do not participate. CollegeBoard's research shows that students who opted into student search were more likely to get 29% more offers of college admissions. Again, you can join student search directly through BigFuture, or you can opt in on an answer sheet or through your registration. But when you use college search to learn more about schools and now add lists to your colleges to your college list, colleges can use that search information to find you and other interested students. Colleges can then contact you and demonstrate interest by adding their school to their college list. Having higher institutions reach out to students can show you that you could be a college student. You could be successful in that environment and that you could fit in there. I speak from experience with my own sons. Some of the information that they got were from schools that they probably never would have considered had it not been for search. We're going to pivot really quick, as excited as I am, but I want to end on BigFuture and especially the BigFuture scholarships. But I'm going to pivot really quick to provide information about AP courses, because College Board does also provide AP courses. And if memory serves me correctly as a parent, you guys are going to be getting ready to start meeting with your guidance counselors to discuss what courses you're going to take next year. So we're going to just really quick talk about advanced placement courses. So here, let's just go really quick. What are the basics about the course? So for over 60 years, the Advanced Placement Program has been delivering college-level learning opportunities to students across the country. There are over 38 courses offered across all academic disciplines. So if there's an area you like, there's probably an AP course that goes along with that. And in most cases, students who earn a 3 or higher on the AP exam in May also can receive a college-level credit or placement for that course. And students can find credit policies on our AP Students website. We do have information, and there is specifically for Florida state schools, there is articulation agreements about how you perform on the AP exam, what classes you'll get credit for at college. So now we're going to take a really quick look of course, what are the benefits of taking AP while you're in high school and then post high school. So again, College Board, we do a lot of research, and our research shows that students who take AP courses are better prepared for college than students that don't. In taking these courses in high school, what are you getting? You're going to give yourself the opportunity to get a feel for a college level rigorous coursework. You're going to develop skills such as time management, critical thinking that you can apply later on. Again, I'm speaking here as a mom, not as a College Board employee. Both of my boys took AP courses, and they were able to use what they learned in their classes in high school to help them in their classes in college. And not only that, you're going to learn about what you like and what you don't like. So does that course interest you? Does it not interest you? And finally, what can it do for you in high school? It can boost your GPA. So again, speaking from prior experience as a parent of 2 boys, Broward County awards, to my knowledge, 2 quality points to a student's GPA by taking an AP course and also sitting for the AP exam in May. Now, what can it do for you in college? So advantages to advanced placement coursework doesn't stop in high school, but it carries over to college. Students earning a 3 or higher can earn college credit, even allowing you to skip intro courses into the college career. During an admissions process, college admissions officers might look at your transcript and see that you took these AP courses and see that you challenged yourself by taking rigorous coursework. And lastly, it can save you time and money, because earning those credits in high school can be applied to college. That way you don't have to take those courses once you get into college. There is something called the AP Capstone program, which has a AP Capstone diploma or certificate. Not all of the high schools in Broward offer it, but I do believe that AP Seminar is also offered through FLVS, but you could speak with your guidance counselor to see if your school has the AP Seminar or AP Research course. And what you're going to do in AP Seminar is you evaluate academic conversations through secondary research. There are both individual and team presentations, as well as a written report based upon research and argument. And then in AP Research, what you're going to do is you're going to contribute to those academic conversations by doing your own research. And you're going to design and conduct an individual research paper, create a multimedia presentation, and an oral defense. Speaking as a parent, I wish my boys had taken this class when it was available for them. But our research shows that taking AP Seminar alone, not even coupling it with research, helps students develop skills and knowledge that help them perform better in subsequent AP courses. Now, in order to get the AP Capstone Diploma, you need to take both AP Seminar and AP Research, and then 4 additional AP exams, scoring a 3 or higher on all of them. To get a certificate, you just need to take AP Seminar and AP Research. And on AP's Capstone College Benefits, you'll see here, it is asked on the common application if you are an AP Capstone candidate. And you'll also see that there are students who are on track to earn an AP Capstone should be identified. AP Seminar and AP Research typically receive interdisciplinary or elective hours. And again, if you want to see about those credit policies, there's a link. You can't click on the link, obviously, but there is information about where you can go to find that. So now we're going to move to what, in my opinion, is the most exciting part of it tonight, or what I'm going to get most excited about. And I have a screenshot there from a news release from March of last year, so March of 2022. And I don't know how big it is on your screen, but what that's saying is that there was a Deerfield Beach High School junior, so a class of 20, she won this when she was a junior, so class of 2023 senior, who won one of our $40,000 BigFuture scholarships. Her name is Jalea, and she attends Deerfield Beach High School. And I can say, honestly, that I was on a phone call where she was interviewed, and she was informed about winning that scholarship on Good Morning America. I remember trying to watch for her little videos TV panel on the screen when she was announced that she had won a $40,000 scholarship. So I'm going to get into the steps and how that was possible. But Broward County, we had our own winner of $40,000, and I think that is super exciting. And I really want to encourage all of you on this call to take the steps or take a step to try to earn one of these scholarships. So what is BigFuture? So figuring out what comes next after high school can be overwhelming and complicated. We know that every student has a different path and it's unique to you. As I was saying earlier, not all of you are going to go to college. Some of you might go right into the workforce. Some of you might enlist. But this is a platform that helps you, and it's an online planning guide that helps you take that first right step after high school. It helps you identify and find a career or possibly an education and the education that you're going to need to reach that career goal. BigFuture is a set of comprehensive digital resources that help you explore careers, plan for college, and also pay for college. So that's a big one for us parents out there, is paying for college. It simplifies the path for life after high school. So when you log into bigfuture.org with your College Board account, so again, one College Board account gets you to register for your SAT. You can join your AP classrooms if you're an AP student, or through this College Board account, you can also do these steps in BigFuture. So it's one account, one place to do all of this. You'll see both college and career planning steps. Completing some of these steps will not only help you find the first right step after high school, but it also gives you a chance to earn scholarships by completing specific steps on your dashboard. So we're going to talk a little bit more about some of those steps. Here's my favorite slide. So in that upper corner right here, you'll see there's a picture of Jalea, again from Deerfield Beach High School, who won in February 2022 and who won the big $40,000. But throughout 2023, BigFuture will award more than $3 million to more than 3,600 students in the class of 2024 and new this year, the class of 2025. So if you are a sophomore, you can begin using the BigFuture platform to earn scholarships. Every single month, BigFuture will award $40,000 scholarships and hundreds of $500 scholarships. Each month, we will select one $40,000 winner from the class of 2024 and one from the class of 2025. But here's the best part. There's no application process. There's no scholarship. These scholarships are open to all, and there's no GPA or test requirements. So you don't have to have a specific score on the SAT. You don't have to have a specific GPA. These scholarships are open to everyone. And you don't need to sign up. You just need to do one of the steps to be entered into a monthly drawing for $500 or $40,000. You can opt out at any time, but I would encourage you to stay in as long as possible. The more steps you take, the more opportunities you have to win that scholarship. At the bottom of that slide, you'll see that since 2019, we've awarded $16 million to over 19,000 winners, and approximately 75% of them qualified as lower income. But I wanted to share a little bit of information with you about just Florida alone. So since 2019, we've had 2,157 Florida students have earned scholarships totaling $1,744,500. So the money is out there for the grab. You just need to take one of the steps. Each month, the BigFuture team works with high schools and families to surprise 2 well-deserving students with a $40,000 scholarship. The scholarship winners are often surprised in person. So Jalea won on Good Morning America, but we have now transitioned that to being awarded at your high school with your community. So making the news of these awards memorable and life-changing moment. So this is an example of Veronica from Miami who won, and I'm just going to really quick play the video of her winning that scholarship. And I think I forgot to, I'm going to stop sharing really fast. I forgot to click the button. Hold on. Okay, my apologies. I forgot to hit that button. So
share some really special news with you, Veronica. You won a...
Oh my God, I'm trying not to cry.
So what we have is called BigFuture. We look at the 6 steps that it takes to get into college. We reward students for taking those simple steps. We have hundreds of students who win a $500 scholarship each month, and then we have 2 students that win a $40,000 scholarship each month. I think the easiest one is building your college list. Veronica, are you familiar with this?
Yeah, I already did my list.
Oh, that's so awesome. Look at you. You're already ahead of the game. I'm actually here to share some really special news with you, Veronica. Because you built your college list, because you chose 6 or more schools, you became eligible for one of our scholarships. You won a $40,000 scholarship.
That's crazy. Oh my God, I'm trying not to cry. Thank you so much. This is such a great opportunity. This is amazing. I did not think this was gonna happen. The thing is, you know, that was my main worry, really, what I would have to do after I finish my studies. And I'm beyond grateful, and I'm so happy to get to this point, really. I am more excited for my studies for sure. Give it a chance. You never know what's gonna happen. I did not know this was gonna happen. I wanted to just go to a small university or college, but now that this happened, I would like to maybe go to FSU or UCF. Wow.
okay, I don't know about you, but every time I watch that video, that was my colleague Marin who was able to present that. It was over the summer, which was why it was done virtually like that. Not pretty hard to get into a school when you guys aren't even attending school, but would love to see this for another Broward County school student. So here's the 5 things you need to know about BigFuture scholarships. So students can now qualify earlier. So this is the first year that we've opened it up to grade 10 students. So you can start earning these scholarships as early as your sophomore year of high school. And this started in December. So beginning in December, sophomores and juniors in the classes of 2024 and 2025 can earn chances at scholarships by taking steps on BigFuture to explore careers, plan for college, or pay for college. We've launched a new career step to help students think about their long-term career goals. And every single month, like I said earlier, BigFuture will continue to award $40,000 winners and hundreds of $500 awards. So every month there will be 2 $40,000 awards and hundreds of $500 awards. Students who complete 1 or more of the steps on their personalized BigFuture dashboard, beginning with starting a career list and building your college list, will be entered into one of these monthly drawings, again, for either $40,000 or a $500 scholarship. So the more steps you complete and the earlier you start, the more opportunities you have to win. I know I keep saying this, but I just want to really make sure that everyone understands. So we'll award 2 $40,000 scholarships, so one in the class of 2024. So imagine being a sophomore, finding out you won $40,000 and you still have 2 years left of high school and you've got $40,000 in your pocket to know that you can go away to school in 2 years. And another one for the class of 2025. So again, juniors, same thing applies for you. You can be sitting just like Jalea was. Jalea won $40,000 in February of her junior year. She knew she had that money in her pocket to go to school. And then we're going to award $300, $500 scholarships, $150 for the class of 2024 and $150 for the class of 2025 each month. So you just need to know that for every step you complete, you're going to earn an entry into these drawings. So the more steps you complete and the earlier you start, the more chances you have to win. So again, beginning with now for the classes of 2024 and 2025, here are the 6 steps that qualify you for either a $500 or a $40,000 scholarship. So the number 1, start your career list. So by the end of February of your senior year, so if you're a sophomore or you're a junior, you have lots of time to work on this. You're going to just explore careers that match your interests. You're going to build your college list. So by June 30th of your junior year, find 2 or 4-year colleges that interest you. And you want those colleges to include reach schools, match schools, schools that just, hey, sounds good. Friends might be going there. I know when my son started, I say this all the time, since kindergarten, my son talked about going to Duke University. Duke University was a reach school for my son, but he still included it on his college list. He included Florida Gulf Coast University, which is where he's at now. And he even put on Broward College, even though he told me there was no way he was staying home with me because after a year and a half of COVID quarantine and working right across the hall from me, he said he was going away. Not only are you going to do that, but there's a scholarship search available through BigFuture. So by the end of February of your senior year, you can find other scholarships that interest you that might help you pay for college. Now, by October 31st of your senior year, you're going to have taken the SAT in school, possibly outside of school, and you're going to strengthen that college list. So you're going to put on there again, you're going to really put on a mix of reach schools, match schools, and safety schools. Parents, I'm going to speak to you more on this one because it's probably us that are completing this step, but by you're going to end of February of your senior year, the FAFSA typically opens in October, you're going to complete the FAFSA. So you're going to fill out the free government form to apply for financial aid for your student. And then lastly, the last step is applying to colleges. So by the end of February of your senior year, apply to schools that you want to attend or you're interested in attending. There's no changes to the steps for the class of 2023. So if you are a senior on this call right now, these steps don't apply to you, though the steps that you had are going to continue, and you can continue to qualify for $500 and $40,000 scholarships by February 28th of this year. So we've heard, again, from students, families, and educators that finding a meaningful career is a top priority for students after high school. So we've launched a new career step to help students think about their career goals early and to help them find an occupation that you're passionate about. By rewarding students for exploring careers, we'll incentivize students to reflect on their career goals early and start thinking about the education they're going to need to achieve those goals and reach it. Students can explore careers on Career Search, which has over 1,000 career profiles with detailed information on median yearly income, the entry-level education requirements, what the projected job growth is, and more. I wish this had been available when my boys were in high school. My son, like I said, he sent me a selfie. He's about to graduate and he has 16 weeks left. And he said to me the other day, he's like, Mom, I still don't know what I want to do with my life. And I wanted to cry. I wish this, I'm like, go take the career quiz in BigFuture. Go log back into your CollegeBoard account. Maybe it will give you some help. Students can start by taking that short, less than 10-minute career quiz that asks them questions about their interests, what they like to do. And after taking that quiz, you'll receive a list of 30 potential careers that then you can explore on BigFuture. Through our research and partnership with the Human Resource Research Organization. That's a tongue twist there. BigFuture now features a way for all students to see how their performance on the SAT suite connects to these career demands. So you can see from your SAT suite of assessments score, you can view over 1,000 career profiles and career search, and you'll see how your math, reading, and writing skills measured by the SAT map onto the skills needed for that certain job. So how do you get started? Visit bigfuture.org and sign into your CollegeBoard account. When you do that, you can join search to connect with colleges. You can start your career list. You can take that career quiz and look at careers that might be of interest in you. You can start to build your college list. Some of you might already know your sophomore year where you want to go. If you're, like I said, if you're anything like my son, he knew from kindergarten it was a reach, but he wanted to go to Duke University, and you can qualify for $500,000 and $40,000 scholarships and more. I'm looking at my clock and I'm going, okay, I'm right on time. So I am now available. I will turn my camera back on because I'm going to be ending I'm going to stop sharing. I'll leave that up, and now I'm not going to be clicking through a presentation. And I am here to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you so much, Beth. I'm just going to put your picture off to the side.
That's.
Or it's not going to let me. Okay, great. Here we are. So we did have a couple questions in the chat. I'm going to read them. And if anybody else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat while we're going through. And someone just put one in, so let me just start there. Are there any free tools to prepare for PSAT and SAT?
There is Khan Academy where you can link your CollegeBoard account, or if you haven't taken any of our assessments, you can do a diagnostic, but Khan Academy does have a free personalized practice official SAT practice plan. So you can use that. And there's also, and on Khan Academy, there's 8 diagnostic SAT exams that you can use to practice. So what you can do if you do link your accounts is it will come up with a personalized practice plan based upon your performance, and then when it creates that plan, it will give you questions on areas that you need to work on and enhance. Or like I said, if you haven't taken one of our exams, you can always do one of the diagnostics, and the diagnostic will then build out that personalized practice plan based upon your responses on the diagnostic quizzes. In addition to that, we also have something called the SAT question bank, which has questions that have been on prior PSAT related assessments and SAT, where you can then go look for specific areas. So if you know that command of evidence, for example, is somewhere that you're struggling in the SAT reading and writing, you can go look for previous questions on command of evidence through that SAT question bank, and all of those resources are available for free.
Awesome. The next one is, for 9th graders, is there any more PSAT dates this spring?
The PSAT NMSQT is only offered in October. We do have the PSAT 10 and there is the PSAT 8-9. To my knowledge, none of the schools in Broward are offering either one of those exams, but that would be something you would have to speak to your testing coordinator to see if there's a reason that you feel that you need to take the exam. But otherwise, as a 9th grader, you will take the PSAT NMSQT in the fall of your sophomore year. The Florida Department of Education pays for all 10th graders to take that PSAT NMSQT in 10th grade.
Questions are coming in quickly. If you win a $500 scholarship through BigFuture, are you still eligible for the $40,000 scholarship?
Yes, you are. If you win a $40,000 scholarship, you can't win another $40,000 scholarship, but you can win multiple 500. So if you win 500, for example, in the building your career list, and then you also build your college list, you could win for a career list and for college list, or you explore scholarships, you could earn 500 for scholarship search and also for career list.
Is it too late for current seniors, so class of 2023, to win any Big Future scholarships?
No, it's still open through February of your senior year. So when you log in, you can see on your dashboard, they almost look like little tiles. You can see which tiles are unlocked that you can use and you can apply for or you can enter for now. Some of them have closed, like for example, strengthening your college list has closed, or build your college list, because now that you're in January of your senior year, the build your college list is no longer open, but you can still do it for completing the FAFSA or applying for college.
Okay, someone is asking about the recording. This is going to be recorded. It's going to be posted to our YouTube channel. I just put the link in the chat, and then the presentation, the actual PowerPoint, will also be available. So just this one you answered. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
The scholarship stuff is connected to where I practice the SAT online.
If you log in, if you're practicing the SAT online through your Khan Academy account, you would need to log into your CollegeBoard account. So you could go to collegeboard.org or sat.org and log into your CollegeBoard account, and then you can log in that way. Or I believe I saw it was on the chat about logging in for BigFuture.
And someone asked again, I think they might have been a little bit confused. Are there SAT prep courses through BigFuture?
There aren't SAT prep courses through BigFuture, but what it is there is the pre-personalized official SAT practice through Khan Academy. So you can go through, see your scores, and you can link your SAT scores through your CollegeBoard account to Khan Academy, and then Khan Academy will create a free personalized practice plan for you. So it's not through BigFuture, but it's through your CollegeBoard account doing that linking.
So these two questions I'm going to kind of combine. Someone was asking about the steps. Is it different for each grade level? And then the other question was, if I complete everything in my sophomore year, am I still eligible for drawings the next school year?
Yes. Remember, as I said earlier, if you're starting as a sophomore, there are going to be, so for example, completing the FAFSA, that tile isn't going to unlock for you because we're going to know, because you've entered in when you create your profile what grade you are in, like because you put in your graduation year, so you're going to have that you're graduating in 2025. So we know that you're not going to be applying for FAFSA in your sophomore year because you're not going to be attending college yet. So that tile isn't going to open until the appropriate time up where you are in school. So starting your career list, building your college list, those are things that are going to open for you, and those tiles will open as appropriate for the grade level that you're in. So you won't be able to get through all 6 steps by the end of your sophomore year because you won't be applying to colleges, you won't be completing your FAFSA, and really you're not going to be strengthening your college list too much because you're not going to have taken your SAT, you're not going to have taken an SAT yet.
Is the SAT testing, the subject matter, is the subject matter what they are currently taking in school?
So the alignment is that what we're testing you on, it's no longer what we probably took as parents. So it's not that area where it's the analogies. So you're being tested on applications that you're actually doing. So for example, I'll use words in context. So it will say to you, my favorite one is the word present was used. And when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, it was a gift, because I was looking at that question when it was December and I'm thinking it's a gift, but it was actually talking about what I'm doing right now, presenting, giving an oral explanation of something. So it's using how is a word used in a sentence, going back and finding the information. So it's not the information that probably many of us took. It's not that SAT, but it's actual practical what they're still doing in school.
Who do we get the fee waivers from? That would be your brace advisor usually, so your college advisor. You can also check with your school counselors. Different schools do it differently, but I would check with your brace advisor first. Let's see, are the AP classes available online?
There are through AP courses that are available through Florida Virtual. So if you wanted to take an AP course that your school, for example, didn't offer, you could look to FLVS. FLVS does offer a wealth of AP courses. You would have to speak with your guidance counselor about how to possibly get that approved. I'm not involved in that aspect of it, but yes, you can take certain AP courses through FLVS or through an online provider.
Okay, just checking. A question that I answered just while I scroll looking. Someone was asking about dual enrollment. They assumed it was the same thing as AP courses. They're not the same. So I did put the link to our YouTube page. There is a presentation on dual enrollment. So take a look at that. You can start this presentation. Again, the recording will be there to learn about the advanced placement courses offered through CollegeBoard, but they are not the same thing. Another question. What is the score range that universities like to see on the SAT?
That depends on it. That could be different for every university. So you'd have to look, I would advise for you to look at the university that you're interested in. You can do that through BigFuture. You can look at the different college profiles and it will tell you on there what their range might be or what their median score was and what they're looking at. But that really is a university specific. So it changes by university or by college. And it can also change year to year.
Okay, not seeing any more of the old questions. There is one more question here. I'm going to answer this one, but if you guys have any other questions while I'm answering this one, go ahead and put them in the chat. We are still here for the next few minutes. So this one is asking, I'm a senior. I already finished my FAFSA. Does that count towards Bright Futures? And I already applied to college. Can I still do something with Bright Futures? So Bright Futures and BigFuture Scholarship is something separate. So is the FAFSA. That is also something separate from Bright Future. So I'm just going to explain that really quickly, and then Beth can talk a little bit more about BigFuture. So FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid to be completed your senior year, which is not the same. So everybody can complete the FAFSA, and based on that, they will show if you're eligible for Pell Grants. Now, Bright Futures Scholarship is a scholarship program offered to Florida students only, based on your, it's basically merit-based, based on your, a combination of your, not a combination, you have to hit all of these points, your GPA, your test scores, and if you complete your service hours. So again, Bright Future is a little bit different. And Beth, talk a quick synopsis on BigFuture.
Okay, yes, BigFuture. And I was from a parent who has like, I am a parent of a Florida student, so BigFuture scholarships are different than Bright Future. So what I'm showing you are the BigFuture scholarships. So starting your career list is one of the $500 where you can earn a $500 or $40,000 for a BigFuture. This is very different from Bright Futures. Bright Future is what is done by the state. So there are different requirements for Bright Futures. You do, my understanding, if I'm going back and remembering correctly as a parent, you need to have a certain GPA, a certain number of community service hours. You had to have a certain score on the SAT or ACT. So this is different. BigFuture, you do not have to have a GPA, a certain GPA. You do not have to have a certain score. You just have to take steps, and you just have to complete one of the steps that's highlighted on that screen right now.
Does CollegeBoard on BigFuture, how it's connected, have a list of, well, the question is, what are some scholarship opportunities for students with exceptionalities? Can you talk a little bit about the list of scholarships that are available? I know you're probably not, you don't know a specific one, but
I was going to say, I don't
from.
know a specific one, but if you look for, if you do go into BigFuture and you do the scholarship search, and you can type in, and it can help guide you towards those different scholarships. So it can collect some information from you, and then it will show you what types of scholarships. So the more questions you answer and the more specific you get, the more scholarships that will apply to your situation or you will show up in that, through that search.
All right, there are no other questions in the chat, and we are about at the end of our time anyways. So Beth, if there's anything you want them to leave with, floor is yours.
Oh, look at that. Hold on a second. I didn't mean to do that. I clicked. Really, I mean, I think you heard my excitement. Like I said, I was on that call with Jalea when I heard her, when we were asking her if she would go on the Good Morning America scene, and it was done in guise of you've taken some steps and things like that. But listening to her excitement for just taking steps, what I would leave you with is visit bigfuture.org. Nothing would make me happier, and this is my little selfish pitch here, than seeing a student from Broward. I know I played that little video of my friend or my colleague Marin. Nothing would make me happier than to call Broward and say, hey, guess what? We have another $40,000 winner, and let's do this big community pep rally so that we can go with that big poster board awarding a student from Broward County a $40,000 scholarship. That's my advice. And also to juniors, if there are juniors on the call, know that you've got a little bit of over a month and a half. Look at your PSAT scores, look at where you have strengths, look at where you might need to work on a little bit, because you will be taking that SAT in school on March 1st.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This was such great information. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Again, if you saw the links, there is a link to our YouTube page, which the presentation, the recording will be posted there. Enroll in our Canvas course. The link is also in the chat, and you can get access to the actual presentation. Also put the link for Big Future scholarships. And thank you again for joining us for the College and Career Corner. And thank you so much, Beth. Everybody have a great night.
Again for having me. Yes, have a great night.